Because if this don't work, it's over. If this don't come through, I'm done. 12 years with an issue of blood. Some women can only take a couple of days into their pain. The cramps and the pain and everything else that goes wrong with it. I'm not even a woman and I feel for you. But for 12 long years, till she got crawled on her, touched her, and caused him to touch her back. And he did not even lay a hand on Shabbat. But everybody looking for somebody to lay hands. Come on. Let the apostle or the prophet please call me up. You need to tap into the greatest prophet and apostle there ever was. Come on. And his name is Yeshua HaMashiach. If you were to only just tap into him, touch the hem of his garment, grab his heart, you'll begin to discover the sovereignty of God. You'll begin to discover that everything that you need, want, or even desire will be fulfilled in your life. You don't think so? He said, if you delight yourself in me, I'll give you the desires of your heart. But he also said, I'll supply all your need according. So that means it sounds like he got my needs covered and even my desires and wants. But the key is, I got to tap it in. I got to discover who he really is. And give him the opportunity. Now watch this. I'm going to hit you upside your head. And even give him the opportunity to discover who I really am. Oh, what are y'all talking about? But he knows everything. Yes. He does. He's omniscient. Which means he's all-knowing. Which begs to differ why I had a problem when he said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I know you not. I said, okay, God, I have a problem. How you that's all-knowing, now I'm saying I don't know you. Because if you know everything, that means you still got to know them, even if you got a problem with them, and you telling them to get out of your presence. How are you saying you do not know them? Because these are the ones that fall in love with the ideology. Because their answer was, but Lord, we prophesied in your name. Because there's power in the name of Jesus. Hey. So guess what? I don't care how much you use the name of Jesus. Don't get excited about the results that take place. It don't have nothing to do with you, baby. There's power in the name of Jesus. But we've done marvelous works in your name. Yeah, okay. There's power in the name of Jesus. Paul said it this way, whether in pretense, which is false, people playing games, or in truth, I'm going to rejoice that Christ is being preached nevertheless. That's right. But at the same time, I'm still not coming in with the wisdom and words of man teaching, but knowing nothing among you say Jesus Christ and him crucified. It's not the ideology of this thing that makes this thing work. It's him that makes it work. Yes. He's sovereign. He's in charge. Yes. He's the Alpha, the Omega. The first, the last, the beginning and the end, and everything in between. So I encourage you that no matter what you're going through in life, you need to recognize and discover the sovereignty of God. That's right. Psalms 105:6 says this: you descendants of Abraham, his servants, you offspring of Yaakov, his chosen ones. Let me help you right there. Not only are you a descendant of Abraham, but you are chosen by God. Uh-oh. Yes. That means no matter what mistake you made, no matter what you've said, no matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, if you still got breath in your body and a heart pumping in your chest, you still have a right to move from the call to the chosen of God. Because everybody got a calling on their life, whether they realize it or not. But God wanted to choose you to do a specific thing that he has not assigned to nobody else but you. You heard the man of God say that. What God has for Evangelist Sterling to do ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It might affect others. It might bless others. Others might assist and join with her to accomplish. But what God has assigned for her is for her. What God has assigned for you is for you. What God has placed in you, He has placed in you for you and you alone to do according to His will, purpose, and plan for your life. So we are the chosen ones of God because we are the descendants of Abraham. He is Adonai our God. His rulings are everywhere on earth. He has the first, last, and the in-between say. He remembers His covenant forever. If you, like the man of God said the last time he said, what you might have spoken and prayed for some eons ago, if you made a covenant with God, guess what? His covenants are forever. It's still yea and amen. He's still sovereign. Oh, Shabbat. The word He commanded to 1,000 generations. The covenant He made with Abraham. The oath He swore to Yitzchak or Isaac and established as a law for Yaakov or Jacob, for Israel as an everlasting covenant. To you I will give the land of Canaan as your allotted heritage. He come to give you an expected end. He knows what He's doing. Father knows best. God has something for you. And what's so funny, we all want what God has for us. Give me mine, God. What God has for me. But what's your position? What's your posture? What's your motive? Where's your heart? What's in your spirit? Are you in position? Are you in the posture? Are you in the place to receive that enlarged territory? Are you in that place to get that expected end? Are you in place to receive all that He has for you? Your mere words and your mere formalities will not do it for you. Will not get it for you. When they were but a few in number, and not only few, but aliens there too. So there's going to be times where He's going to send you to a place where you might even be few in number, or you might even be a stranger in that land. Because when they went into the land of Canaan, not only was they few, but guess what? They was aliens. It wasn't even their land yet. Wandering from nation to nation. Come on. So many of us been wandering and still wandering. We done been to church and ministry to ministry. Here, there, everywhere. What was that Con't-05 walk fairs everywhere? Come on, somebody. We done been everywhere. Nation to nations. And you still don't know who God is? God has blessed you, kept you, took you in, took you out, fed you in the wilderness, delivered you out of the hands of the enemy, kept you even when you was out there not even thinking about Him. How much more so now? Is God going to cover you under the shadow of His wing? How much more so now is God going to bless you and use you for His glory? So you know, man, from nation to nation, from this kingdom to that people, He allowed no one to oppress them. Yes, for their sakes He rebuked even kings. Don't touch my anointed ones and do my prophet no harm. He called down famine on the land, broke off all their food supply, was sending man ahead of them. Yes, even Joseph went ahead when there was a famine in the land. Why? To fulfill the dream that God gave him. So guess what? God is still a fulfiller of dreams. That's right. He still brings visions to pass. That's right. You don't know what you have to go through to get to the ending and the fulfillment of that, but He's still sovereign enough to carry you through to the fulfillment. Just endure hardness as a good soldier. Just go through in order to come through. Everybody is trying to come through, but you can't come through without first going through. You'll never discover what's on the other side of through if you don't go through. Lord, work it out. Make me whole. Okay, but there's a process to Him working it out. There's a process to Him making you whole. He might have to do a potter's wheel. Then you have to start all over again. Who knows? But He's sovereign. But one thing I know about God is no matter what, He knows best. And all we got to do is trust Him, believe Him, take Him at His word, let Him be God, get in our position, in our postures. Take him at his word. Trust me. I know it's easier said than done, but I can't help you enough by telling you what's your assignment. Discover what it is. Why are you here? Work it out and fulfill it. Because it makes no sense. I say it all the time. To get here, and they got to roll you in and roll you out. And all your purpose, your destiny, all of the gifts that you have in you, all that God invested in you, never came to fruition. The many that you could have blessed and helped, God could have used you to set free, was rolled in with you and rolled out with you and buried with you, just because you would not take God at his word, wouldn't discover him in his sovereignty, wouldn't understand and know that even in all that we say and do is really not us saying it and doing it anyway. You just making yourself available. Who's ready to make themselves available to God? Who's ready to say, God, I will do it no matter what. I want to know you in all your sovereignty. I want to fulfill the very will, purpose, and plan that you have for my life. If you do it, God, it'll be done well. If you do it, God, it'll be done well. Use me for your glory. And according to the Sabbath school, he said, I want to make your name great. I want to bless you. And I want to bless your people. And then you will be a blessing to others. But he got to make you great first. He got to bless you first. He got to do it in you first. If God can do it in you first, then he can use you to do it in others. You can't help nobody if you're the first one that need help. Or like we discovered this morning, we go around helping everybody else, but can't even take the time to really help the one that really needs the help the most. And that's the one you see in the mirror every day. Got a word for everybody else. When was the last time you gave your own self a word? Got encouragement for everybody else. When was the last time you encouraged? We blessing everybody else. When was the last time you blessed yourself? It don't take much. Get your praise on. Get your worship on. You'll find that you have set yourself up to be blessed. Just by putting yourself in that position and that posture. We make this thing hard. It's simple as A, B, and C. 1, 2, 3. Come on, when you get up in the morning, come on, do somebody have to tell you to go brush your teeth? I hope not. Do they have to go in there and tell you what to do when you go in the bathroom? I hope not. I hope you caught the revelation of soap and water. Fresh, clean underwear, clothes, and everything else. We call that second nature. Because we know this is what we do when we get up in there. Guess what? So in the natural, so in the spirit. We should ought to know that who God is, why he is who he is, who we are in him, and act accordingly just the same. When you get up in the morning, even if you don't have the time to set yourself out in prayer, but we should get up with a mind full of praying in our spirit. Get a chance, even if you don't get a chance to read the word before you leave, you got to have a word in it. We got to let the first nature really be our first nature. We treat our spiritual nature as if it's the second nature. But no, that's what came first. He knew us before he founded the earth. That sounds like a spiritual thing to me. Then he created the flesh to rule what he knew, what he invested, and where he created for such a time as this. Before you was a twinkle in your mother and father's eye, God knew who you was. That's what my Bible tells me. Anybody heard anything called predestination? Foreknowing? Foreknowledge? Alright, and guess what? That's all what God did concerning you. So it's just time for us to catch the revelation, walk in the sovereignty of God, let him do what he do best, and I will encourage you, and trust me, you have not seen anything yet. And as we also talk about it at Sabbath school, it don't matter when you get started. Just get started. Just do